aspects of this fanhood is that some of the biggest supporters of Caitlin Clark are not white. They're actually black males.
What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck, and today is going to be part 2 of why black men support and love Caitlin Clark. Now, the first time I did this video, it was a hell of a starter fighter, I must admit. But I want you guys to get in here, subscribe to the YouTube channel, thumbs up, like the video, and just rock to the beat. This may be very offensive off the rip. This may offend my community. It may offend the sisters. It could possibly offend the brothers. But on Charge the Game podcast, I have to be real. So, guys, today I was listening to a clip of Jason Whitlock. I typically like to listen to his Caitlin Clark takes, some of his Deion Sanders takes. We all know Jason Whitlock is a huge advocate for Caitlin Clark. I believe he's from Indiana, Gary, Indiana. So he is critical of Caitlin Clark, and he's fair. But sometimes he drops gems on his show, especially with the Korean guy, Steve Cassell. I really like him. And on this particular video, guys, Jason Whitlock, along with Steven Cassell, says some really real things. And it got to a part that I had to just stop, right? Because I thought I was the only one thinking like this, but I'm glad that I'm not the only one with brains, heart, courage, and common sense. And what do I mean by this? I mean that I've noticed a pattern. I've noticed that people in the black community, I don't even think that most of the time they are mad at just the white hope or the pretty privileged, as the people on The View call her, whatever. I don't think that they are as mad at that as they are at the brothers that come out and support this white, young, Caucasian lady. All right? That's the truth. These women get mad because the black community has been trained to go with the flow, to be sheep, to not be heard nor to think for themselves. Well, I like to think that I'm an outlier. I like to think that I'm an anomaly. I like to think that there are a certain percentage of men like myself who just don't give a damn about all that. Like, I never understood this. Why do I have to care about how other people think and feel for me to exist? I mean, that's the first thing. And it's so crazy how when you don't agree with the black community or you say something against the black community, you're a quote unquote sellout. And I'm thinking to myself, well, wouldn't I technically be more of a sellout if I went against what I truly believe to go with what you believe? Wouldn't I be more of a sheep and a weak ass man, right? A weak ass man, if I don't support my own beliefs and at least give reason to why I support my own beliefs. And if I'm being honest, I think that's the way to be. I think that we are now living in a world where it is very much reverse racism. Not everywhere, but in most places. We are experiencing a high volume of the power of women. And not just black women, to be exact, but in this particular case, we're talking about black women. It seems like out of all of the white power that's in this world, out of all of the special privileges that Caucasian people have over us, I mean, that's unknown. Why are they so afraid to come out and support Caitlin Clark? Why is everybody tiptoeing around uncomfortable conversations? Why is the sport media world a fucking joke now? I'm sorry, guys. It's just a joke. Sometimes I listen to some of these sport broadcasters or commentators on TV, and I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? We see that in sports, right? Let's take First Take, for example. You see how Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith, they're always at it with the women. What are they into it with the women about? Totally, to be completely honest, ESPN whole set has been split ever since Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith went against all of the women on the panel in support of Caitlin Clark. That goes to show you right there that the same thing happening in sports is the same thing happening in politics. I've always had a problem with it. I've never felt like I truly have to subdue to what people think and want for myself. I mean, it just makes sense for me to live my life for me. Sorry, that probably was a little winded, guys, but let's get into this Jason Whitlock clip because I want you guys to hear this. And I want you guys to react with me.
Aspects of this fanhood is that some of the biggest supporters of Caitlin Clark are not whites. They're actually black males.
Right there, guys. Right there. Why do you guys think that you see the LeBron Jameses, the Pat Mahomes, even though he's biracial, you see all of these black men from all of these different sports really weigh in and support Caitlin Clark? It's because what do men really appreciate? Men appreciate peace. What does Caitlin Clark bring? Peace. Do we hear drama? Nope. Do we hear bitching? Maybe to the refs. Do we hear her coming out saying, oh, white women go through this, white women go... At the end of the day, I'm sorry, sisters. We just want to watch the freaking basketball game. We don't want to hear all that extra cattiness. It's not in our DNA. It's truthfully not in our DNA. Even if you were cute and you would like drama, keeping up all this stuff, nobody would be interested in this. Angel Reese is quote unquote eye candy. She gets on a podcast and say that she can't find a man. I wonder why. I wonder why. Do you not think that even the most hood men can call BS, bro? I'm sorry. If we're going to keep it in the culture, in the community. Even the most hood men, ghetto, gangstalicious, whatever you want to call it, want peace. I'm just being honest. They want peace. Caitlin Clark is a calm storm. What does a storm do? It can be calm, but a storm leaves what? It'll leave some type of sign that a storm was there. And the way that Caitlin Clark has taken over the league is a calm storm. We have storms. We wake up the next day. We see tree branches and stuff everywhere. We was like, damn, we didn't even hear it. It was a calm storm. That is exactly what Caitlin Clark is. She is peace. She's not with the drama. She knows that these women are mistreating her. She knows that the foul she's receiving. She knows that the hate she's receiving, right? And I know a lot of people going to come out and say she's receiving a lot of love, yes, from her fans. But Caitlin Clark knows exactly what's going on, and look at how she handles it. What man wouldn't be attracted to that? You know what that signals to a man? I could trust you with a lot of things, possibly. Trust you with a lot of things. You're peace. You go through so much BS, I cannot even dare trip. If I'm Caitlin Clark's boyfriend, I got to be a strong fucking man to see what my lady is going through. And I got the nerve to come home and complain. So notice what Steve Cosell just said. Cosell, right? He just said that black men support her. I've been beating the tables. I've been advocating this. It's because I see this same trend. I'm often seeing a lot of people come out of their shells and just call it like it is. I'm seeing men in barbershops do it, right? I'm seeing men in the cigar shops doing it, the coffee shops doing it. Because people get behind greatness. No matter what color it is, people are going to get behind greatness. It's what sells. It's what's fun. See, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant didn't go through white people being like, hey, why are white people not the, predominantly shown people being advocated in the league? Maybe at some point it was like that, but it damn sure ain't been that way in a while. Because men understand how to make money. Men understand how to do what they need to do to provide for their family. You see Magic Johnson coming out. You see Shaq turn on Angel Reese and come out and support Caitlin Clark. He even said, I tried to hate on Caitlin Clark. Grown-ass man, 4-time NBA champion, tried to hate on a rookie. Tried to, in support of Angel Reese. But her greatness was so superb, he had to give in. Can't beat him. You got to join him, baby. Sorry. You got to join him. You see all of these former pro players, Hall of Famers, the Sue Birds of the world. I mean, across so many sports. Serena Williams. Lisa Leslie. Come on, guys. Do you honestly think that we don't see what's going on? So why is it a crime for people to advocate affection to the white girl? Why does it have to be a label thing? Why does it have to be this white, this black, that black? Like, I kind of get tired of that. Actually, I all the way am done with that shit. I hate it. I really do. Because what does that do? I mean, you guys can say what you want to say on Twitter because most of you athletes don't finish school. You go through school on a scholarship. You're not competent. So what you're doing, you guys are just echoing each other's sentiments without being formally or just educated, competent on the shit that you're talking about. Monkey see, monkey do. You see Brittany Griner with her voice deeper than mine come out here. No, you want to be a dude, right? Pops, right? You want to be a dad, right? You guys want everything that come with the NBA for the WNBA. Well, guess what? When you guys bring fans to the game, you guys are now going to be under a microscope. People are going to watch. Now, we may be watching because Caitlin Clark is the opposing player on the opposing team, but we are going to watch. You guys want the money of the NBA players, but you guys can't take the scrutiny that comes with it. You guys can't take fans heckling you. You guys understand what some of these men go through? You guys can't understand that. You can't. And the way that Caitlin Clark is handling herself is what these athletes are gravitating to. The people in the media who are former pro players or journalists, this is why they are advocating for her. This is why black men really love her. I'm telling you guys, it's all about the peace. It's all about the class. It's all about the elegance. And it's all about the way she handles herself. Now, this don't mean that there ain't no sisters in the WNBA who conduct themselves like that. If I'm being honest, I think that Jaylen Brown, I feel like his lover, well, I forget her name. I don't know how to say it, but she was on the Chicago Sky. I think that she was one of those people that carried herself like that. Damn, that girl was fine. Woof. Well, she is fine. Jaylen Brown got him a woof. But all that aside, it's just all of the cattiness is just bad for the game. The WNBA is not ready for the big light. They are in over their heads. They don't have processes and protocols in place. They need about 8 freaking ERG groups, right? The WNBA needs ERG groups. You guys need a Latino group, a black group, a white group, a Pan-Asian group. You guys need to do whatever you're going to do that's going to make every individual woman feel like they have a community within the league. Because apparently the white girl can't have too much of nothing. Even outside of sports, we see like all of these clips, TikToks, Instagram posts where, why are black men dating this race or that race? And I don't want to make this like that type of topic, but this ties into that. It's all about the peace, bro. Okay? It is all about the peace. Not all of you sisters, before you guys come on here acting crazy, this don't apply to you, then keep going, okay? But I'm going to tell it like I see it. And the truth of the matter is, black men from all over love this white girl. I've heard black men say some messed up things about Angel Reese. These are black men. So what do you guys think is the common denominator here? What do you guys think the reasoning is? I mean, drop them in the comment section. If you're black and you come across this video, you know I ain't lying, man. But drop it in the comment section. You're going to have some guys that come in here and try to beat their chest, protect the black queens. The same dudes that be doing that don't have shit going in their life. Every dude that I see come to me like that, I go to their Instagram page and they look dark. They look miserable. They look emo. They like they have nothing going on but misery. So when I see those type of comments, I just kind of keep going because I want to have more in-depth back and forth. I don't want to be here where people just feel like they need to insult me because of what I'm saying. In my opinion, I think it's facts. In my opinion, I think that I am spitting the facts. Okay? That's just how I feel. Why do you feel like black men from all over support Caitlin Clark? Seriously. Try to identify anything on your own and see, is it anything that I hadn't said yet? Seriously. Try. Black men like the way that Caitlin Clark has the fight, the grit. It's respect. It's respect. You can take a beating. Respect. You doing your thing. Respect. You taking a beating and you still getting up, busting ass, getting poked in your eye on purpose, still busting ass, breaking records, still doing your thing. I appreciate that, and I wouldn't give a damn what color she is. That's what makes me a fan of her. Besides her just being white, that's not a reason for me to like Caitlin Clark. I don't like her because of her skin color. Some people want to watch the game for the talent, straight up. The same reason I like Tom Brady. I never said I like Tom Brady because he's white. I used to hate Tom Brady because the dude was just freaking good, beating teams left and right. He was so good, eventually I started to really love him. And that has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with respect, talent, class, holding people accountable, being there for your guys the same way that Caitlin Clark is. So you guys tell me what you think. All right? Tell me what you guys think about this. Let it marinate. Let it simmer a little bit. There's a few fire starters in this. So I agree if you don't like the content, and I really respect it if you do love it. Either way, make sure you guys thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Yeah.